name is Bev. I'm pleased to welcome you to this week's Sheldon Road Church Sunday Supplement. So glad that you could join us. We're continuing our Advent series about worship in the waiting, and this week Andrew will be looking at active patience. So let's make a start.
I waited patiently for the Lord. He turned to me and heard my cry. He lifted me out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and mire. He set my feet on a rock and gave me a firm place to stand. He put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise to our God. Many will see and fear the Lord and put their trust in Him. Blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, who does not look to the proud, to those who turn aside to false gods. Many, Lord my God, are the wonders you have done, the things you planned for us. None can compare with you. Were I to speak and tell of your deeds, they will be too many to declare. Sacrifice and offering you did not desire, but my ears you have opened. Burnt offerings and sin offerings you did not require. Then I said, Here I am, I've come. It is written about me in the scroll. I desire to do your will, my God. Your law is within my heart. I proclaim your saving acts in the great assembly. I do not seal my lips, Lord, as you know. I do not hide your righteousness in my heart. I speak of your faithfulness and your saving help. I do not conceal your love and your faithfulness from the great assembly. Do not withhold your mercy from me, Lord. May your love and faithfulness always protect me. For troubles without number surround me. My sins have overtaken me, and I cannot see. They are more than the hairs of my head, and my heart fails within me. Be pleased to save me, Lord. Come quickly, Lord, to help me.
I think wrapping paper might be the answer. I mean, just look at everyone else with their perfect bodies and immaculate style, their clean little coats and their cute little smiles. What hope have I got to ever impress? Compared to them, my life is a mess. But if I was wrapped up, then no one could see the rips and the cracks and the screw-up that's me. The paper would cover all my faults and my flaws. I'd look just the same as the others because I would be shiny, attractive, exciting. People would see me as something inviting. If you ask what I wish for this Christmastide, here is my answer. I just want to hide. Now that it's happened, you would think I'd be cheerful, but here is the thing, I'm actually more fearful. I know it sounds weird, but now that I'm covered, I'm scared of the moment when I'm truly discovered. I know it can't last. This is not the real me. I'm dreading the moment when I'm actually seen. What will they think? What will they say? Disappointment? Disgust as they throw me away? This is it. Here we go. My heart is racing. Nowhere to hide now. What am I facing? The paper is ripped and thrown to one side. Everything's bright as the light hits my eye. But wait, what is this? Can this really be true? You're seeing me and I'm seeing you. With hands that are caring and eyes that are kind, you pick me up and love what you find? That cannot be because of my beauty. It must be because of what you will do with me. You bind up my wounds and you clean up my pores, and now I am loved, but not because I am so perfect, so clean and so great, but because you saw me and you did not hate, but loved me, restored me, you made me clean. Now this is real freedom, to be truly seen. What could be better for Christmas this year? A Prince of Peace who scatters our fear. Yes, God is the maker, but we hide from him. Here is our problem. It's what is called sin. It leads to a mess, so we wrap ourselves up. We fear being seen, but that doesn't stop God from coming to find us, sending his Son. He so loves this world that Jesus has come. He loves us, restores us, he makes us clean. This Christmas, find freedom. This Christmas, be seen.
Welcome to my chili farm, not Philly farm, chili farm. So look at this. This is my project to grow chilies. I've got loads of them. Now I've got my gloves on and my mask on, not because I've got COVID or that these chilies have got COVID. No. It's because I had one of these chilies and it was so hot I couldn't eat the rest of my meal. It was just shocking. So I'm going to dry them now and then see what happens. And you dry them by tying a bit of string here to that, and then you add another one, and then you add another one, and then you've got a string of them, and you dry them, and then you can have them all over the winter. Apparently, mind you, if they're that hot, I don't know whether I want to eat any of them. We shall see. I'm trying to think of a Bible story to go with that. So I don't know one really. I think you say some projects and topics are quite hot to handle, but necessary. And sometimes a bit of heat kind of makes things a bit better, doesn't it? So anyway, the task here is for you to come up with a story that relates into chilies to help us understand about living the Jesus way. Now, it's above my pay grade, so I'm going to stick to growing chilies. And next year I'm going to try and grow some different ones again. It's great fun having a go and playing with God's creation and seeing what happens. Give it a go yourself, maybe. I'm now trying to tie the chilies up, and what we're going to do, by tying them up, we're going to dry them, and by drying them then they'll last all the winter. It's a bit complicated, fiddly job. My fingers are too big to do a good job on this, but it's good enough. So it's going to look like that in the end, so that'd be good. I've got my camera boy with me today. He's very good, very efficient, and I had my camera girl with me earlier. She's shouting out that she's been involved. Indeed she has.
And if you go the
no
green...
don't be in it, because you're not meant to be in it, are you?
And if you grow the green ones, wait until some of them have gone red, because the red ones are way better than the...
Do you like them better than the green ones?
Okay. So I tried them. And the green ones, all of the green ones, wait until they've gone red, because they're very better. That's the colour of a close-up red one.
Okay. So here you can see we've got the chilies all nicely prepared for the winter time. Then we can pick them off every now and again and have a bit of hot zazz in our food. Let's hope so anyway. Now here's the offer. If you would like to give this a go for yourself next year, then write to our administrator, Jan, and I'll make sure that you get one of these. And when it arrives at your house, open it out, keep the seeds, try out the pepper, and I'll give you instructions how to grow them. It's really quite straightforward, but it starts about February, March time of next year, so not that long really. What do the plants look like, you're asking? Well, here they are over here. Turn it, camera woman. Oh, that was superbly done. So here is the chili plants. And this is what they look like. This is 5 of them. coming towards the end of the season now. It's nearly the end of October, when I'm finishing this off. But that's what it looks like. That's what you'll have. You'll have a bit of a jungle. You can grow them outside as well, and I've done that this year as well, again with that experiment idea in mind, but you don't get so many chilies as you do if you've got them in a conservatory, greenhouse, that kind of stuff. Anyway, you're welcome to give it a go. Just send a message to Jan, and a chili will be hot-footing it towards you. Hope you enjoy it and give it a go. The Bible reading for our message today comes from Romans chapter 8. And it's from the Message version, and it's the Apostle Paul speaking to the church at Rome, and he says these things. I don't think there's any comparison between the present hard times and the coming good times. The created world itself can hardly wait for what's coming next. Everything in creation is being made more or less held back. God reins it in until both creation and all the creatures are ready and can be released at the same time into the glorious times ahead. Meanwhile, the joyful anticipation deepens. All around us, we observe a pregnant creation. The difficult times of pain throughout the world are simply birth pangs. But it's not only around us, it's within us. The Spirit of God is arousing us within. We're also feeling the birth pangs. That's why waiting does not diminish us any more than waiting diminishes a pregnant mother. We are enlarged in the waiting. We, of course, don't see what is enlarging us, but the longer we wait, the larger we become, and the more joyful our expectancy. God knew what he was doing from the very beginning. He decided from the outset to shape the lives of those who love him along the same lines as the life of his Son. The Son, Jesus Christ, stands first in the line of humanity he restored. We see the original and intended shape of our lives there in him. After God made that decision of what his children should be like, he followed this up by calling people by name. After he called them by name, he set them on a solid basis with himself, and then, after getting them established, he stayed with them to the end, gloriously completing what he has begun. I am absolutely convinced, says Paul, that nothing living or dead, angelic or demon, today or tomorrow, high or low, thinkable or unthinkable, absolutely nothing can get between us and God's love, because of the way that Jesus, our Master, has embraced us. Jesus embracing us, living the Jesus way, life to the full. Amen. Welcome to the neighbourhood. Well, not quite today. We're on the road between Chippenham and Cirencester. And on that road, there is Cotswold Airfield, an airport. It's like a vast waiting room for all sorts of aeroplanes. You can see them just over here. Loads of them, maybe 50 or so, just tons, and they're all waiting. They're waiting for a new role. We're waiting for a complete refit, a new life, to be reconditioned. Some are going to be used for spare parts, all sorts of things. They no longer comply with the maker's requirements. They're no longer really safe. They can't be safely flown. So they are here in the waiting room. The Bible tells us God's operating manual for living life the Jesus way. The Bible tells us that the Creator God made a perfect world which has been broken. Rebellion against the Maker's ways has broken our world. It's called sin, and it's soaked into everything. So creation waits for its remaking. like a pregnant couple waiting for a newborn to come. All of creation is waiting. What are they waiting for? It's waiting for the Creator to come and sort things out, to put things right. The brokenness includes you and me. Each of the human beings that we know and love, they're severed from a relationship with God, the perfect Creator, and it needs repairing. So, to use more picture language, like the vital and close relationship of the control tower between the air traffic controller and the airplane, so there needs to be that close relationship with humankind and the Creator. And this relationship needs to be re-established. But it's not, of course, based on technology. It's based on a loving and close relationship. So just like these massive planes in their enormous waiting room, we can't do anything to fly without the Maker's help. And that's really humbling. Our designer is needed, else we stay grounded. The good news is that the designer has come for us. Wow! We can't fly up to God by our own efforts, no matter how much we try, no matter how sincere we are. But the good news is God has come down to us through Jesus, who's become one with us. And that's a wonderful truth to celebrate that we do at Christmas time. Emmanuel, God with us. The designer is here. He's rolled up his sleeves and he's ready for work. The season of Advent is a time of reflection on the waiting for the coming of Jesus Christ, the great designer. So why has he come? Why is he bothered? It's because he loves us. He loves you and he loves me. Why has he done this? Because he wants us to know him personally, to have meaning and purpose. Why has he arrived? Because he wants you to be able to join in, and me to be able to join in with his plans and purposes. Helping to make the world a better place. To be part of repairing and renewing a broken world. And Jesus wants to be in a love relationship with you and me. Jesus said and says, "Come join me, I will forgive you. I have the authority to do this. If you allow me, I will do such a good renewal job on you. It will be like being born again." And he promises to renew us in this relationship. A new future, a new destiny. And through the twists and turns of life that he will always be with us. One day, in the future, you may get a sense yourself that you are kind of in a waiting room for eternity. The good news that with Jesus, though, we don't need to worry. The designer comes to us and he knows us by name and he will come for us. We can have that assurance. The designer, Jesus Christ, when he was here on earth, also talked about a day to come that has not yet come. Then he's coming back again to complete the work of renewal of all things. The whole of creation rebirthed, a glorious day, the end of war and famine and disease and brokenness. And for those who have chosen the Maker's way, will get their wish to remain with him forever. And those that have chosen to stay grounded without the Maker get their choice as well, separated from where Jesus is. And Jesus himself said, that's not a place you want to be, because you're designed to be with the Maker for love and meaning and purpose, for hope, for peace. So don't wait any longer. Ask the designer to come into your life, remodel you, just as the Maker instructs. God bless you in the adventure of faith to come.
Rhythms of Grace. Jesus, Prince of Peace, teach us to walk in your rhythms of grace. Holy God, forgive our impatience with everyday life. We rush around irritated at delays, frustrated with things and people which do not move at the pace we would like. Jesus, Prince of Peace, teach us to walk in your rhythms of grace. Holy God, forgive our impatience with answers to prayer. Sometimes we treat you like a vending machine or assume to know your will and your best for us. Help us to trust your timing and your kindness. Jesus, Prince of Peace, teach us to walk in your rhythms of grace. Holy God, forgive our impatience with your coming again. You are not slow, you are patient, and you long for all to come to you willingly. May we live in holy anticipation of your return. Jesus, Prince of Peace, teach us to walk in your rhythms of grace. Thank you that you are gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and rich in love. You are patient with our mistakes and forgive our sins. We receive your peace afresh today. Jesus, Prince of Peace, teach us to walk in your rhythms of grace. Amen.
Lift up your heads to the coming King. Bow before him and adore him, sing to his majesty. Let your praises be pure and holy, giving glory to the King of Kings. Lift up your heads to the coming King. Bow before him and adore him, sing to his majesty. Let your praises be pure and holy, giving glory to the King of Kings. Lift up your heads to the coming King. Bow before him and adore him, sing to his majesty. Let your praises be pure and holy, giving glory to the King of Kings.
We've come to the end of this week's Sunday Supplement. We're really pleased that you could join us and hope that you've enjoyed it. Please join us again next week when Corinne will be looking at the theme of hope-filled expectation. Thanks for your company today. We would love you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just press the subscribe button. There's no cost, and if you press the bell symbol, you'll get notifications when a new video is available. If you enjoyed the video, we'd appreciate you pressing the thumbs up symbol too. Thank you. Have a good week. Goodbye.